We are live from Armageddon Expo. That's right, Alternating Erik is live from Armageddon Expo, and we've got a bit of a crowd here, not much, and we're going to go inside and we're going to check some things out. We are live from Armageddon Expo, Alternating Erik podcast, and yeah, we've got some cosplayers and a lot of people here, and some swords and some other cool things, and we're going to have some interviews and some other great things we'll show you.
Cosplay interview, so we're here with Lucas. We call him that because he's our old friend and he's decided to cosplay.
10 years ago.
Yes, 10 years ago.
We're
can't
old.
believe we are all very, very old right now. But we still cosplay, so we're still children at heart, right?
Yeah.
Did you make this yourself? Where the hell did you find all this stuff? Because
One, I did not.
okay.
Two, the internet. if you look hard enough on the internet, you can find anything. I mean, this was very obscure. They don't make these anymore. So I just,
What the
the
stuff?
insurance of just the Doctor Who stuff.
So it is the original Doctor Who stuff, or like a copy of.
Well, yeah, the original one was made of wool, but this is just a book.
well.
It looks alright.
Well, I mean, as long as
It plays the part.
yeah, as long as it looks alright. So have you been approached by anyone else previously cosplaying as Doctor Who? Like anyone who's kind of went to you and said, "Oh, that looks awesome," or "Well, I mean,"
Within the first half an hour of getting here, that basically what happened was like 4 or 5 times, and then whenever they were taking a picture, I just like popped up my jelly babies and like, "Did you choose my jelly baby?" Yeah, and I also saw Doctors 5 and the 11.
Yeah, that's right. We did see 11 at least. I can't remember seeing 5.
I was the one with the question marks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was missing a celery stick, but otherwise he was there.
Otherwise, you enjoy your cosplay as Doctor Who, right?
Of course.
And I mean, you would continue cosplaying, right?
Yes.
Also, I definitely would want to cosplay as one of the villains. I'm planning on cosplaying as the Silence next year. Hopefully I can get that around. And
Bring my permanent marker just in case.
and if you can, cosplay as number 11. Alright? No, sorry, number 12. No, hang on, what? Sorry, I'm getting the numbers confused. 11 is,
The one with the bow tie.
that's the one, yeah. Alright, and yeah, I think that's it. Don't have any more questions. Thanks for coming to this little interview for us, Lucas.
It's good seeing you guys again.
So we've just had our last interview, and it's about 3 or 4, and things seem to be dying down a bit. I went around just having a look at a few more of the stalls and ones that are still around, and just caught up with Connor a bit later.
Hey guys, we just got back from Armageddon Expo, me and Erik here. Erik, what did you think of the expo?
Thought it was quite a bit of fun, though not as good as, still not as good as TSB Bank Arena.
Yeah.
And with the situation right now, we never really got to see any of the guest stars face to face. So we saw 2 of them.
It was quite surprising actually to see a lot of people for like what's going on with COVID at the moment. You didn't think you'd see so many cosplayers.
I think because of the government's current policy to kind of lift it even at level 1, people are taking it a bit easier, and because our cases have gone down to basically next to nothing. I think people feel a little bit safer, a little bit more confident just kind of walking around large groups like this. So I think for now we've managed to kind of control what's going on. So I think since our government can see that this is much safer and much easier to move around in, we can definitely do that.
Yeah. So what were the biggest highlights? I mean, we've obviously talked about the main con, the fact that it's like, so it used to be a TSB, which is
Better.
big like, it's, how would you describe it?
It's like one big room.
It's just a big,
Seriously.
one big room, and they put a lot of boxes and, stands and stuff around it. This one's more like just a big, giant, like, circle. It's like a donut sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there's some good things about it, too, like that you can fit more in there, and...
Yeah, but unfortunately, with unlike the TSP Bank Arena, there isn't that much space to walk around in.
But you can fit more booths, and you can fit more stuff. So there's some good things there, and I would say some of the some of the actual stages and stuff were pretty cool. Like they weren't
definitely.
too bad. So what were some big highlights though? Let's be positive. What were some things you liked about the convention?
Basically, two of the big things is these are my first serious sit downs at a panel with John Berriman and Carlos Divos. I'm actually mixing. I forgot his name.
Basically, we went and saw the Doctor Who panel and the Flash panel. They had two guests in the Flash.
Yep. So it was a lot of fun to do it because I liked the Flash series. Some people will disagree, but I liked it in some ways, and I do like Doctor Who as well. Really fun, really great. So yeah, in that regard, it was a lot of fun as well because this was my first serious time at a panel. So it was good to just kind of sit down, hear all the questions being asked, hearing all the answers, and just hearing even John Berriman having a blast.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't. I'd say one other thing we probably could talk about as well that was a con was like the food. Bloody hell! Like the prices? Sorry, I just have to talk about this because the prices of food at Armageddon, I swear, just like keep on getting more and more expensive. I paid like, I think it was $7 or $5 or something for like a small thing of chips, and that was it, and like a drink for like $3.50 or something. And how much did you pay? You bought food, didn't you? Or something?
I bought a bratwurst from the stand, which make really good German sausages as well.
Okay.
So that was actually worth the price as well because it was really
you
nice.
actually bought some food that makes sense to be a bit pricey.
It's a stand that doesn't just operate there; it just operates anywhere.
Oh, okay.
So you can even find it at the Wellington Night Market.
Yeah. So we walked around. There were some good stalls and stuff. Some stuff was like a bit overpriced. Some stuff was pretty cheap. We got some good manga. Right here. I don't know if you can see that. So right here I've got. You guys are probably familiar with this. This is My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Now you might be familiar with My Hero Academia. There was a lot of cosplays from that show, wasn't there?
Oh, heaps.
There was
like what is it? There's like every character from the main cast. Mostly Bakugo, and there was actually one Bakugo cosplayer that was up in the parade. They looked like they did a pretty good job. They made
pretty good job.
They did a good They made a really good replica of Bakugo's handheld grenades.
Yeah. So this is Vigilantes. This is like a side story type thing. The main character is just like a regular dude. I kind of think of him as he's like a Peter Parker type of dude. He's just like a nice guy. Has like sort of kind of a power. It's not super amazing, but he like tries and just does his thing. He's in his 20s, which I like as well. He's in like his like teens, 20s sort of thing. He's a college student, so it's always nice to get like a manga or an anime that actually is a character about our age. And it's I think it's got some interesting elements in it, and the main sort of mentor guy is kind of like a Batman type figure, which is cool. So I quite like that manga, and I bought that. It was about, I think this was about $15. So I'll say this is pretty good. Most manga when we buy here, it's like $25 for like a volume, like just one volume. And usually if you want to get something by Dark Horse or something like that, it's like 35, 36 sometimes, maybe $40 for like a volume. So what was great was this is 15, and Erik bought a manga, and that was only $25, that manga right there that he's
and I bought Inuyashiki. So Here it is. So this is the manga also written by the same guy who made Gantz. So this was a good series to read.
We've reviewed it.
Yeah, we have reviewed it. Personally, I think I like the manga rather than the anime. Nothing too bad about the anime, but
Just
there are
the
times
CG maybe
there are times when
is a bit
CG is
better
a
than
bit too much. But in any case, this is following on from the same art style as Gantz, so it's extremely detailed and extremely well done. I think two of the main great detailed scenes are the tattoos done on some of these characters, as well as just kind of the kind of the inside of the character himself. So put it the upside down, so if you guys can see that, that is the inside of the character as a cyborg, really detailed, and there's a lot of effort put into it. If the whole thing was colorized, I'd be even more impressed because getting the shading done, on this is just incredible.
So we found some good deals. Erik found a couple cool shirts and stuff, including a cool Vegeta shirt, Erik?
Yes, I did. It's it's basically to replace my other Vegeta shirt, which was basically like a warning sign that said, "Warning, power level over 9,000." It's got Vegeta's an outline of Vegeta's face and a triangle, in one of those triangle warning signs. But this one I bought. This to replace one. This is has an image of Vegeta from as a scene from the. What is it? The Team 4-Star? No, from the Team 4-Star British series. Yeah. This is one where he's talking to the the main squad that works on the freezer. So in this one he flips a bird at them, all right? and the caption for this is, "I don't always show my feelings, but when I do, they look like this." And it's got a picture of Vegeta flipping you the bird, which I really liked because it's just a fun.
And how much was the clothing, like the shirts and stuff? It was about
$35.
The shirt?
The shirt was $35
for like a hoodie or something, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it was. So the clothes there were rather pricey, but if you really like it and you think it's worth it, you can go ahead.
Figurines,
and buy it.
I think, were like about 50, maybe even a bit more than that. But if you're paying $50 for like a figurine, you're probably buying a bootleg. Just saying, like figurines are usually pretty pricey for a reason because they're authentic from Japan. So there were a couple different comic book stands and stuff at Armageddon, but most of them, like, they'll charge you, you want to get something really good that's like issue number 1, not like, New 52, volume 63 of The Flash or something. If you want to get like volume number 1, good stuff. There was one booth there, wish I could remember the name of it. He was selling like issues, rare, good issues for like $7, $6, like really cheap prices. So I got myself a reprint of the first ever issue of Batman. Usually you could like buy this in like a pack or something, like a big like a big book, and it would be about maybe 60 or 70. It would maybe come with like a couple more stories, but you couldn't just get like this single issue for pretty cheap. And this one I got for like $7. It's really good. It's great to go back and read like the original Batman like first issue and see what they were doing, what Bob Kane and Bill Finger were doing. So that's awesome. That's $7. This I believe was also maybe like I think it might have been less than $7, maybe about $5. But this was pretty cheap as well. Long Halloween Batman classic Tim Sale, all that good stuff. And Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale, you guys know the names. This is basically a must-read if you're looking forward to the new Batman movie that's going to be coming out with Robert Pattinson. I believe this is what they're basing it off, so you should also get a copy of this yourself. And this is the first issue, and they actually had, I was so tempted, they had all of the issues of the Long Halloween sold separately for like only $5 or like $7, so way cheaper than what I'd pay on like a massive binder for 60 or 40 or whatever. So pretty cheap comics, and pretty good. And yeah, so I enjoyed going to that stand. We enjoyed the panels. I think honestly though, we're gonna try and do maybe a couple more of the Armageddons around the area. I believe there's like a manga convention type thing we might try out for that's in Auckland. So yeah, we might do a video in Auckland, we might do a video in Christchurch or somewhere like that if they've got a convention down there. But we'll let you guys know and we'll keep you guys posted.
Definitely.
This has been Alternating with Erik live from Armageddon Expo.
Yep.
Catch you guys later.
Yep.